Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the King and I Life podcast. Part 4 of Confessions for a Man and the follow-up. So again, it's me, your man, Soul Touch of the Poet, here with my co-host.
Son Soul Lex.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell y'all, hit us up on that email, KINGANDEYE369 at gmail.com. That's kingand369 at gmail.com. And I'll let Son Soul Lex run the rest to you.
Make sure you guys hit us up on all your major podcast platforms. We're on Facebook, of course, YouTube. We're on Patreon. We're just trying to stack some more episodes for y'all. And again, just tune in, man. We do this.
Yes. But as you know, we jumping back into the conversation.
Sure.
Where we left off at?
So what don't men want us to know, men and women, when it comes to lying about the simplest questions? Examples: being single, married, or married and separated, in a relationship and living with someone. Name the signs to look out for when you're interested in a man who says he's single but he's not. Yeah,
deep,
that part.
Deep. Some of that goes into name signs that a man just wants you to, for what you can do, give to him, and sex and all that. What don't men want women to know when it comes to lying about the simplest questions? Shit, to sum it up, they don't want you to know the truth. Period. Man, this one is interesting to me, and I say that because when I was married to my third wife, and I knew the marriage was dead, and I was like, man, fuck it, whatever. Any female that I had dealt with, I told them straight up, I'm married, but I'm getting divorced, or I'm married, but I'm separated, or I'm married. I don't understand the difficulty in the man saying those things, especially if you're interested in a woman, regardless of your status, and you don't want drama. I think the dudes who are not open about their status, they live for the chaos. But for me, it was, look, I'm letting you know up front, this is my status, because if there's a time that you can't see me, I need you to know why you can't see me. If you can't come to my house, I need you to know why you can't come to my house. If I can't stay at your house for a long period of time, I need you to know why I can't. But dudes who just don't want to say these things is because they just don't want to be honest. They feel like being honest is going to knock them out of the opportunity to be with that woman, which again is not only unfair to that woman, it's unfair to you, because now you force yourself into living a lie. You force yourself into, let's just say you start really feeling this woman. Now you put yourself in a position to lose this woman because you lied. It's like, you got to understand, if you're expecting this woman to give you all type of honesty, this, that, and the other, and you get with her and you have all those lies going on, you've lost your credibility off the break. Because it's like, after that, you have to go out of your way to regain that trust. Yeah, when it comes to signs to look for when you're interested in a man that says he's single and he's not, I don't necessarily go with the whole, after you wear a wedding ring for a certain amount of time, you got the light, the ring impression thing around your finger. That could be an indicator, but at the same time, maybe not, because he might wear any kind of ring on that finger. But then again, it depends on the shape of that light part of skin there. If it's a traditional wedding band shape, then that's an indicator. A man that's overly secretive could be an indicator. If he always has to step away from you to talk on the phone is a good indicator. If when you're with him, he is cautious to make sure that you don't leave any marks on his body is a good indicator. Like you could be just, lightly sucking on his neck or his chest or whatever. And if he's like, yo, don't leave no marks on me, it's like, maybe he didn't plan on leaving marks on you, but that raises red flags. Definitely not being able to come to his house is a red flag. Let's just say you got a dude and you do go to his house. A certain amount of female items left in the house is an indicator. I'm not going to say that's a definite indicator, because there are men, and there were times when I was, a while back, I would keep feminine products in the house because, hey, people come over, maybe certain feminine products that you might need that you may not have with you. You might have happened to just spend a night over my house and didn't plan to, so you might need those things. Another indicator would be specific female items in his car. Like you getting into certain dudes' cars, you can tell if he has a woman or not because of the certain items that are left in there. It could be like extremely like small, specific female items that are left in a guy's car that can indicate that he's not single. So those are my few things off the top of the head.
Those are all pretty good. I really don't know if I can add anything to that. Why do men lie about the simplest questions? that's a hard hitting question.
It is, man.
I can't even throw that one into a general scenario. Like, I think it just comes down to the individual, because some men, they just been raised in that environment where they take certain cues to, if I want to get certain things, I gotta lie about it. Me, my policy when it comes down to interacting with any female, will I lie? Depends on what I'm lying about. Like, do I think that dress make you look big? It fits you accordingly, babe. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to spare your feelings. But some men just lie because it's part of their nature. Like, and that's the sad part about it, is they've grown to a place where they're comfortable lying about anything and everything.
Yeah.
Like I said, an old man told me one time, the only two reasons you should lie is, one is to get some ass, or two, to get your ass up out of trouble. But again, different strokes for different folks. I will say I've known married men who, if they do decide to step out or have stepped out on their wife, they let the other female know up front.
Right.
Like, it's just, one, being up front, everybody that knows is on the same page, meaning you and the outside female. Two, there can't be, oh, you lied to me about so and so and so and so, and you're like, no, I told you I have a situation where I have a wife or whatever the case may be. And two, um, or three, um, it's just so much easier to be upfront about your situation than it is to lie, because once you tell that first lie, you got to keep lying. And
Yeah.
then you got to have another lie to cover up the last lie, and so on and so forth. It's just too much. All that goddamn lying, nigga. I ain't got time for that shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
For real. Um, I just feel like if you're a real man, whether you playing the game or not playing the game, you got to be upfront with people about it.
Yeah.
Because if you take away their choice, they're gonna resent you even more, and it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
hurt them even more. Um, Now, if you say I have a situation where I'm in a relationship, or I'm single, or I'm married, or separate, whatever it is, then it puts that female in a state of we're both on a even playing field here.
Mm-hmm.
So she has a choice to say, yes, I'm with it, or no, I'm not.
Right.
So you're not taking away her choice. You're not eliminating that for her without her not knowing that she has a choice.
Right.
Um, when you make a woman fall in love, or a woman falls in love with you, uh, and you know you got a situation out on the flip side, there's always a chance of you falling in love with her too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like you threw out this net, but motherfucker, you just got caught in your own goddamn net.
Exactly. Like what the fuck?
So um, then you're putting yourself in a compromising position of you thinking about leaving home.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think about leaving home, man, that's that shit can get so goddamn ugly.
Boy, can it. Like, yo.
Yeah, yeah. There's gonna be some real bumps and bruises behind that one. Maybe even some broken pieces.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
I'll give a few examples for of what to look for. To uh, Again, like King was saying, if you can't spend the night, that's definitely a firm idea right there that this motherfucker is not who or what he say he is. If he can only talk to you during certain hours, that's another indication. Um, Again, if you call him and you need him immediately, and he say he can't come, and that has happened, on more than 3 or 4 occasions, that's a good indication. he he really can't get at you like that. He
All
can't get
right.
at you like that. So, um, again, the hours that he actually can spend with you, and what side of town he can't go on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to South Side.
Mm. Hey, can't go there.
Okay. And again, if he can't get away for those 2 or 3 days, pretty good indication he cannot be with you like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And making excuses for everything. Like,
yeah.
like if you getting silly ass excuses over and over and over and over again for simple stuff, then yeah, that's definitely an indicator.
Definitely. But there's some real players out there now. Don't think they're not. But there's some female players out there too. So
Boy, is it.
there's a two-way street out there. Please believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck around, get your ass skin up. Thinking that
Yep.
the female you think is all good and gravy, when she playing you just as hard as you playing, maybe even harder.
Even harder.
But so when you have found the right woman to settle down with, why can't you stop seeing the other women she has no idea about? Ooh.
It's one of those questions, boy.
Yeah.
And there could be several reasons to this.
True.
I'm not saying these are specific to me, but I mean probably some that I've been through in my life. But I think one reason is the guy is unsure of himself. He's not ready to settle down. He could be still wondering if that other woman might be the one that he chooses. He may the woman that he found to settle down with, she may have done something that he didn't like or done something directly to him that's preventing him from saying, okay, I'm gonna settle down with her. There's also maybe he just maybe he knows something about her, whether she told him or he just knows from other people, whatever the case may be, that is preventing him from settling down with her. Like, he could have heard that, she was out there in her day or before they hooked up and, he meets her and, she's not the woman that, people describe her as, but he's holding that against her for no good reason. So, I mean, those are a few reasons why a man will not settle down with the woman that is that woman, and won't stop seeing the ones that she don't know about. Another reason could be that he won't stop seeing the other woman or women that she doesn't know about is because they're probably a benefit to him in some degree. It could be sexually, financially, or whatever goddamn reason could be out there. So, I mean, though that's what I have off the top of my head when it comes to that.
I'll say she got some good ass cooking. I'll be real with you. She got some good ass cookie, and he don't know how to let it go. Like he thinks he can just walk away from it and just maybe get a crumb here and there, but in all actuality, that cookie just good to him. I'll be real with you, ladies. That cookie.
I didn't even think of that one.
Another thing is he might truly just have a great ass connection with her.
Yeah.
But for some reason, and I'll be real with you, there have been females in my life where I loved they motherfucking ass. I mean, like, wow, so deeply in love with this woman. But on paper, we don't make any sense.
Right.
Meaning we don't have anything in goddamn common. I can't trust her like that. She may feel she can't trust me like that. We might have a whole lot of fun together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We might even be cool as hell, but for whatever reason or another, we could not click like that. So, but another reason I would say is if they've chosen you to say that, you're the woman that I want to spend the rest of my life with, but for some reason he feels like you're about the closest thing to the perfect thing of what it is that he's looking for, but you're not quite there yet. So you may be the perfect wife, you may be the perfect mother, you may be the perfect business partner, you may be the perfect lifelong partner, but that sexual chemistry is not there, or maybe you guys is how should I say, personalities might clash a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, there are so many things that push you in a space of not being everything that he needs.
Right.
Me personally, I don't think everybody can be everything you need. But for some reason in his mind, because you're the closest thing, but not quite there, he's still looking for a piece,
Mm.
meaning something that's missing that you just don't possess.
Those are good points.
So that's why he feels like he can't just let one particular other female go or a selection of
Mm.
females go, because each and every one of them give him something different that he needs. But again, you're the closest thing to what he
Right.
wants.
That's some good points. The unfortunate thing about that point is um, that hurts that woman because um, that'll make her feel like she's not good enough. That's the unfortunate thing about that. Like she could be everything that that man wants except that one little thing, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
that's damaging to a woman's ego. From my experience, because it's like I'm everything that you want except this one little thing. And that one little thing is so serious to you that you can't bend a little bit to allow me to be that woman in your life. And that other woman that I don't know about or know about is still out there. And she is nothing compared to what I am. And what I mean by that is this woman that could be that right woman. You spend all this time, all this energy, and all this, that, and the other, but she can't, you won't allow her to get over the hump. But you got this other one who ain't even half the woman that she is.
Yep.
And that, I think that part is the most, unfortunate part of that. Um, Even if it's a woman, like even if it's another woman that is might be even close, but but you're the woman that is he feels is most of all of what he wants in a woman, but that little thing right there. Yeah, that's a good point to put out. And that is, that could be painful for a woman.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, the thing that a lot of men they fail to realize is when you take a woman and you put her in that position of saying, this is the one I want,
Mm-hmm.
you basically kind of like put a crown on her head,
Mm.
saying this is the one I choose to be my queen. But just because you chose her to be your queen, you're not putting all your eggs in one basket, as they say.
Right. Yeah.
And I think that's the part where females, they take it like, if you're telling me I'm all this, but you're still holding on to that one extra egg, which I
Mm-hmm.
don't even know about, it definitely hurts a woman
Yeah.
because she, like they say, you're like, damn, I thought we were down like the 4 flat tires and the spare.
Right.
You're telling me you got a spare, even though we down like the 4 flat tires.
Yep. Exactly.
So
Right.
it's kind of
Oh
crazy.
man.
Man. I mean, I
Mm.
could say another part about that, but I'm going to leave that alone. That's another subject for a different day.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I'm talking about, I don't know how true this is, but they say there's worldwide, there's 50 women to one man. I have to double check that, but I just
Mm.
heard that. And I'm like, God damn, that's a lot of women to one man.
Mm. I wouldn't even believe that, but
Yeah.
we can get into another conversation.
Yeah. We'll hold that down another conversation.
I got my own opinions on that. So
For
yeah.
sure, for sure.
Mm. So do you treat women the way you feel about them? For example, verbally talk down to them, praise them, respect her because she's confident, intentionally look for women who are thirsty, or look for women with low self-esteem.
I'll say, um, as a single man and as a married man, uh, when you're looking for a mate, you don't want to look for someone you have to goddamn talk down to. You
You
want
shouldn't.
somebody,
You
yeah,
shouldn't.
you want somebody who's on the same level as you,
Mm-hmm.
or to a certain degree, she might possess a little bit of that female swagger that you're looking for. Meaning she's smart, she's charming, she can figure out shit that you might not be the best at.
Right.
But as far as like you want to praise a female, when she's doing right or when she's doing good, every now and then out of the blue. But I'm not looking for somebody I have to put on a goddamn pedestal.
Right.
I'm not. If I gotta tell you you're beautiful every goddamn day, or oh baby, you're so great, or you're so this, or you're so that, I ain't looking for that shit. Why?
Right.
Because at that point, that means I'm putting you a level above me. And the same thing for a female. You shouldn't have to tell a man all that shit all the time, because in a certain light, you kind of placing him above you.
Right. Yeah.
And again, you guys want to balance each other out. So it definitely has to be a two-way street when it comes down to praise and respect. You know what I'm saying? When a woman's confident, that's great. Looking for a woman who's intentionally thirsty. There are some men out there who are looking for that.
That's why they're looking for them.
Hell yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you about that.
I'm thirsty, so I might as well find a woman that's as thirsty as me.
Hell yeah. Refresh my motherfucking throat. You did?
Oh, man.
But there are some men who look for females who have low self-esteem because they're easy to control.
Yeah.
Again, all of that is just a part of the game, man. And I hate to put it like that, but that's basically what it is. It's all a game, and you have to determine what it is you're looking to get out of the game and what you need from the game, and never take it personal, because again, at the end of the day, this shit is a game.
Yeah.
Not everybody gonna be a goddamn Michael Jordan at this shit.
No.
There's gonna be some goddamn bench warmers too. Now I'm trying to tell you.
You might even be a Spud Webb or Muggsy Bogues out there. You might be good enough to get on the court, but you ain't gonna get all the glory.
Hell no.
Oh man. But I like this question. This is a good question. It's a great question.
It is. Definitely is.
But I would add to it. Well, I'll start answering that by saying, in these later years of my life, I treat women how they act towards me or with me. And there is also a level of me treating them how I feel about them. I don't intentionally talk down to a woman, because I think that's this chauvinistic, uncalled for, unnecessary, and a whole bunch of other reasons that can be emotionally damaging to them. Now, unfortunately, I will say I've been put in the situations to where a woman has talked down to me and I've talked back down to them, which didn't make any good sense for the situation, because at that point, I should have as a clear thinking person should have been like, you know what, if this woman's going to talk down to me, I'm not going to match her ignorance. I just need to go the other way. Praise a woman. Yeah, definitely praise you if you do something that requires praise. If you've overcome something, accomplished something, or been through something that you didn't expect to be able to come through, you don't get your praise. You don't get all of that. Respect her because she's confident. I'm going to respect you, period. Unless you don't respect me, then I'm not going to respect you. So confidence, respecting a woman as confidence is kind of like a non-factor, because I'm going to expect you to be confident as a woman. If you're not confident, then depending on who you are, I probably won't be around you as much, because I don't want that negative energy around me like that. Like, You don't have to be ultra confident or super confident in everything that you know that life hands you, because I'm not that way. I'm confident where I'm confident, and anything else like that I'm really not confident about, I'm not really putting that in my way to hold me back. So I'm going to focus on the things that I'm confident at and pursue those. If it's something that I'm not confident about, most people probably won't know about it unless they really, really know me. But those things are not going to be an issue to where I need it pointed out or I need encouragement through, because I'm gonna have a level of confidence. It's just not high on my confidence list. Um, Intentionally look for women that are thirsty. Uh, we've all been there. We have all done it. Um, I'm not looking for a woman that's thirsty, because me and a woman that's thirsty don't have much in common. Um, if I'm dealing with a woman and she starts turning out to be thirsty, I'm gonna check her on that, because I'm be like, look, I don't like that. You know, if that's how you're gonna be, then we probably need some space between us, because that's not a turn on.
Right.
Women with low self esteem. Um, I'm not gonna treat a woman, uh, negatively because she has low self esteem. Um, I would try to uplift her, but
True.
I'm not going to do anything that makes her feel lower than what she feels.
Right.
Um, and like, as I said, I'm gonna treat her out how she acts with me or towards me. If you have low self esteem, I'm not going to treat you with that. I'm not going to look at you like that, because you got other things to worry about than to be worried about me treating you as you present yourself. But if your self esteem is too low, then again, that's one of those situations where I'm gonna have to have distance between us, because um, a woman with low self esteem is, um, should, just to put it bluntly, that's a burden to carry. Um, you can't carry anybody for a long time who has low self esteem. At some point, as much as you in their corner, and much as you encourage them, they're going to have to pick themselves out of that. And if they can't, it's too much weight for you to carry. It's just too much of a burden. You just
It
look,
is.
your self-esteem, look, I care for you, we cool, whatever the case may be. But until you get to a place to where this is not a burden on me, we have to have space.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about it all is, when it comes down to women, um, when Phoenix said, "Find somebody in your lane,"
Mhm.
that is basically what a man is looking for. He's looking for someone who can match his energy, uh, who's heading in the same direction
Mhm.
he is. As far as like his outlook, as far as wanting to have something in life,
Mhm.
um, someone who's gonna hold him down and all that stuff. Um, but again, for a man to be up here constantly having to praise a woman and tell you, every day, every minute, every second that you're beautiful, that you're this, that you're that, I think that goes back to a female's low self-esteem. Like, you don't need to hear that all the time.
Ah, it's
I
too
mean,
much, man.
yeah,
God
yeah.
dang.
I mean, a man's job, true enough, is to encourage this woman, to help try to guide this woman, to pick her up when she's down, so on and so forth. But
Yeah.
I can't. It's too much when you have to keep constantly telling somebody you're beautiful or you're a
Yeah, it's just
goddess,
too
and
much energy, man.
yeah, man. So, um, a woman can be one of the greatest assets a man have, but if he has to do so much work on that asset just to maintain it, meaning go above and beyond just to keep her, um, in that same mind frame or of trying to reach whatever goal they set,
Mm-hmm.
then he's eventually that's gonna start weighing him down.
Right.
So, so
Definitely.
I think when it comes down to self confidence and um, things of that nature, a woman has to be secure within herself,
Mm-hmm.
and he just adds to that security that's there
Yeah. You got to come into it with that.
for
Because if
sure.
not, that's again, that's one of those burdens that are too heavy to carry.
Yeah, it's like when a woman depends on a man to make her happy. I'm like, that's the wrong thing. You shouldn't depend on anyone to make you happy, whether you're male or
Uh-uh.
female. It has to
Right.
be something that's already within you, and whoever you choose as your mate, they add to that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
but um, do men handle jealousy well? Do you get jealous when the other men are checking your woman out, or your woman won't stop looking at a man while seeing you?
I'm going to say, and I think we talked about this before on a previous topic, but I don't think the
Yeah.
average man can handle jealousy well, period. Um, do men get jealous when other men checking their woman out? Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Um, or your woman won't stop looking at a man while seeing you. If your woman is looking at another man and that's a conversation that y'all keep having over and over again, you got to deal with that. But um as far as handling jealousy well, I don't think most men can handle jealousy because of being territorial, um, being um, unsure of themselves, insecure, um, and stuff like that. And that goes on with men, other men checking out your woman. Like if you are, I put it like this: if you are the type of man who goes out to seek out women who are that attractive that they garner that much attention, you need to be able to handle the attention that's going to come her way. If you can't handle that type of attention that comes her way, then you need to date inside your league, in your lane,
Mhm.
because that woman is not for you. You're not equipped for that woman. You're not built for that woman. Um, yeah, that, and there's nothing else I could say on that.
I'll say, do men handle jealousy well? I would think, I'll put it to you like this. I'm the type where I don't really get into that whole jealousy thing.
Hmm.
To me, I kind of feel like jealousy, to a certain extent, is a female trait.
To an
And
extent.
not saying that to offend any female, but um, I just can't allow myself, or I try my best not to allow myself to even mentally get in that space,
Hmm.
because again, you're allowing yourself to get into an emotional state that may lead to you losing your shit, as they say,
Exactly.
over something that's not even that damn big of a deal. When other men check out my significant other, they just looking. They
Pretty
have
much.
eyes. That's their
Yeah.
right. If they find her attractive, they find her attractive. Um, um, I will say, if my significant other was looking at another man significantly, then I would check the fuck out her ass.
Hmm.
Because the thing about it is, there's nothing wrong with you looking. There's nothing wrong with you being attracted to another male. You're human.
Right.
But for me, again, that shit comes back down to respect.
All
And
day.
if you're disrespecting me by making it painful or painfully obvious that you're attracted to someone, then not only do you not have respect for yourself, but you damn sure don't have respect for me.
Exactly.
So, like King said, if you hold a conversation and you keep finding yourself holding that conversation, then you got to let that female go,
Yep.
because that's something. neither person needs to be dealing with. If the shoe's on the other foot, if you constantly find your man being disrespectful by constantly checking out other women to the extent that it's painfully obvious that he's digging her, you know, again, there has to be some level of respect.
Mm-hmm.
And when that level of respect is, disregarded, then it's time to move the hell on.
It is. And to add with that, the last thing I want to add to that is, um, if that woman is being spiteful when it comes to that, like you can, like we all men are territorial to a degree.
Right.
Um, and like for me, I don't get jealous anymore over stuff like that, but I do feel certain type of ways in certain type of situations. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if you're my lady and you know that a certain type of behavior bothers me, but you're going out of your way to do it, it's not going to be a jealous thing. It's going to be you pissing me off because you're disrespecting me.
Right.
Because I'm okay with another man looking at my woman because again, we all have eyes. We all recognize, what attracts us.
Right.
Now, if this dude is going out of his way to make himself known and you are entertaining it,
Yeah.
we got a problem because it's like, this dude's going out his way. You know, I'm going to allow you to handle that situation. If you don't handle it properly or effectively, now I got a problem. Not only do I have a problem with you for not handling it effectively, but then I got a problem with him because at some point, this joker know me and you together.
Right.
And if he can't respect that off the break, then there's a problem. If you let him know that, but you still entertaining it, we got a problem. And it has nothing to do with jealousy. It's the simple fact that you're disrespecting me now. And you should have handled that instead of entertaining it.
Right. Like I'll give you an example of that. Right. One time I was dating a female and we hadn't gone out to a club one night. Um, and we were at the bar initially. And I told her, hey, I'm going to go use the bathroom, wash my stool.
Mm-hmm.
So when I come back, there's a gentleman there talking with her. Um, I didn't act no kind of way. I
Right.
just, said, excuse me, I'm sitting here. So once I sat there, I think I might have ordered a drink. And then once he realized that we were together, he was like, oh, I'm sorry, bro, my bad. I didn't mean no disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it's cool because she know. And we laughed
Right.
about it. But anyway, they continued to talk, and actually all three of us started talking, just having a casual conversation. There was
Right.
no him getting his feelings or me getting
Mm-hmm.
my feelings. But in a situation like that, it's kind of like it wasn't clear that she was there initially by herself.
Right. Right.
They just started a small conversation, and then when I got there, oh, okay, I get it now.
Right. Right. Exactly.
So everything's cool. But if you come across a situation like that, male or female, where let's say you sat down, you did order that drink, but your female, the male who's initiating the conversation doesn't acknowledge the fact that you're there, that's some disrespectful shit.
Oh yeah, all the way.
That's the type of shit you gotta be looking out for. Because I could see how a situation like that would lead to, some words being exchanged and
Right, yeah,
getting into their
definitely.
feelings.
Definitely.
But I just want to get that small example right quick.
Yeah. And to follow up with that, how do you handle the ex that you want back and seeing her with another man? I like this question, boy. I like this one.
Oh, that's kind of painful, right?
Man.
I will allow myself to go there. I have had females that we've broken up, and I kind of wish, like, damn, maybe I was too emotional. I let that go before it was actually time to.
Right.
But I mean, the only thing I would do, it just, once I had a chance to, where I could either call her up or stop by and see her, is express what I'm feeling. At that point, it's up to her whether she says, yes, I'm cool with it. No, you had your chance. So at that point, you got to be a man about it and say, okay, well, my loss, somebody else's gain, or vice versa.
Right.
But I can't say I ever been in a situation where I lost someone and just went out of my way to goddamn get their ass back. I've never done that. Now, there have been some females that I'm like, damn, that's some really good cookie. God damn, I wish I still had some of that cookie. But now I'm not going to kill myself to go back to it, because evidently if I let your ass go, or if you let me go, it's because we were having situations way beyond the goddamn bedroom.
Man. So I like this question. And I'm just going to answer this motherfucker question with the realest me that I can find. At these times in I almost would not, it would not affect me emotionally, but I will say I'm a cocky son of a bitch in certain situations. And when I got to the point where seeing an ex with another dude, when I got to the point in my life where it didn't bother me emotionally, I said to myself, I'm gonna go see if I could get that. That's where I was with it. I just seriously went into savage mode, territorial mode. And I was like, oh, nah, she don't love that motherfucker like that. Oh, I could get into that. Let me get that. That's where I was with it. And I held no punches. My success rate was probably like 30-40%, to where I either hit it, disrupted the relationship, or got her back.
Damn it, man.
So that's how I handled it. I will honestly say, because I'm friends with a whole bunch of my exes. A lot of them, we on fucking good terms, where if we see each other, we speak, or whatever the case may be. Right. Now, I will say there have been times throughout where I either know what the ex is doing, like we have a conversation, oh, I'm married, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that, blah, 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 or I've seen, or I've heard. And if it was a situation where I really care for that female and I fucked up, I kick myself in the ass. I'd be like, yo, I fucked that up. Cause it's like, at the point where it's like, I wouldn't fuck with what she's got going on, because, we've been too far gone, or whatever the case may be.
All right.
I look at that female and then be like, damn, that could have been me. That could have been me. And it's like, damn, I fucked that up. I'm like, I'll be like, damn, I miss hitting that shit. I bet that motherfucker tearing that ass up. I remember the shit she used to do to me. So yeah, when it comes to seeing an ex with the next dude, I be like that. Now, I will say, if it's an ex that I want to take a stab at again, that's with the next dude, and let's just say it's kind of fresh or recent, I'll probably just sit back and be like, oh, well, my loss. But Yeah, that's how I deal with that shit right there.
Yeah, man, it's never easy to actually want to put yourself in a situation to go back to an ex. I mean, for me, I would honestly say if I ever thought about going back to an ex, it was usually because they had some good cooking. I ain't gonna tell no lie.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't because the shit on the outside of the goddamn bedroom that I was going back to. It was usually the shit on the inside of the bedroom. But I don't know, man. It just there's so many things that come with seeing your ex with someone else. So if you, as a man, feel like you want to go back to an ex, I would say just fuck it. Only thing you can do is put it out there. She say yes, she say yes. If she say no, she say no. But
Yeah.
either way, at least you got it off your chest.
Yeah, I mean, but then and then at the same time, you have to definitely like you definitely have to you have to respect the situation and what you are trying to do with that, because if it's a female that you you you're going after because you really miss her, then okay, cool, I get it. But then again, if it's a female that you just miss because you missed that cookie, just throw your hands up at it, man. Just let it go. Throw your hands up. Count your just count it as a loss, because hey,
True that.
you messed that up. But yeah, if it's something that you just like you gotta have, you want it back and whatever, go get it. But if it's your ego and you saying I know I could get it, I don't know, man. I don't know. Man. I don't know. But hey, Kicking Out Life podcast hosted by Soul Touch of the Poet and my man.
Son Soul Lex.
Look here, man. This is a good ass conversation. That last question and a couple of them previous.
Yeah.
Look, man.
Dingers.
Yeah, but follow us on whatever podcast platform you prefer. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Patreon. Check out those lives.
Definitely.
I just realized that we go live on Periscope as well, but they got rid of Periscope, so our lives will be showing up on my personal Twitter page. I ain't want to go out and get us another goddamn page, because we got enough fucking pages and shit out there. I just signed up for Daily Motion, so we're gonna be live streaming on Daily Motion as well, on the King and I Life podcast. But other than that, Son Soul Lex, you got anything else before we close out part 4?
Yeah, only thing I want to say is make sure you guys email us at kingand369@gmail.com. Again, that's KINGAND EYE369@gmail.com. Like I said, we'd love to hear from you. Love to have you on the show. Love to have that conversation with you. And again, be on the lookout for that merch, man. We're coming with that.
Yes.